Hey everybody, welcome back. I have another little planter mold today. Now this one is like a Mount Water. I thought this was a lighthouse. I wonder if it's a barn. I'm gonna have to go look at the picture to make sure because I think it's a lighthouse, but let me double check. Yeah, it's a lighthouse. So rather than, there's just so much detail in this. Oh, sorry. I thought I might use the, oh, I can't get that inside. Use the Chameleon powder, but I thought I might do the water in like a bluish and do the sky and leave everything else black. That's what I'm going to try. And if it doesn't turn out, that's fine. I'll do it again. But originally I thought I could do everything, but that's a heck of a lot of cleanup. So let's try these in the Chameleon powders. So I have blue. I'm going to do blue, the water, and blue-green, and where is there a tealy color? I thought I had one. Where is it? Where are you? Maybe I didn't grab it. I must not have grabbed it. Let me... Oh, no, those are the two colors I had. Let me see if I can find the teal. Okay, I found it. It was still in my... So I didn't know whether I should use a brush or like a Q-tip. Maybe for the larger area, I can just use a brush. So we'll use like this. So let's go ahead and start with the blue. Like so. Now, if you work with molds, you'll know they're very staticky. So as soon as I put my brush down there, it pulls that powder right off. So if you think you're going to be doing this like super clean, yeah, you probably won't. Just to let you know, don't expect perfection with these. You will have to do some cleanup when you're done. So yeah, it looks blotchy because I am going to put some other colors in here. But I think I'll make this part of it, the base, all the blue. Like so. Okay. Now, put the lid on that so I don't mix it up. Now this is a blue-green, so let's add some of that in. This is a Nick Pro one. I have a mixture from Chameleon. I have a mixture of the Nick Pro and Let's Resin. So it's a bit different color. Add some of that in. I'll clean up the landline when I'm done. Okay. Oops. And let's see if we want to add some of this teal. The teal I think is pretty close because this is a Let's Resin. It looks pretty close to the one, the blue-green I was just using. It might have a little more. Yeah, it's pretty darn close. I don't know that you'll really see a big difference, but that's okay. So we'll make sure we get this all fully covered before we do our cleanup. Well, I'm not going to do cleanup yet. I'm going to do the sky first. Then we'll do the cleanup. So just want to make sure I get all the water. Okay. Just going to lay that down. And now for the sky, I wish we had something darker that we could use, because the sky is almost could be the same color as the water, but darker. I don't have any dark. I have a blue, purple, red. Maybe that would look nice in the sky. Blue, purple, red. Let's do that. It's okay. I got a cat hair on there. I do. All right, or dog hair. Okay, I'm just using the same brush. I might do the whole inside of this with this color. I think that might match the water too much. You're not going to see a big difference between the sky and the water, are you? Wonder if I could mix that with some black mica. How that would look. Let me grab my black mica. All right, let's try something here. I've not mixed chameleon powders with micas before, but let's see. I'm going to mix some, take some of that blue, purple, red, and this is just the Let's Resin Black. Let's add a little bit of that in. And let's brush that on and see what we have. Because I'm looking for something a little bit darker than the water. Let me grab something a little bit bigger, and we're going to brush it on here as well. Very glad I have my gloves on for this. Okay, that's it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these bottles put down and the lid's back on. I'm going to wipe my surface, or maybe I might just put some paper towels down so I'm not re-adding the chameleon powders to the piece. I'm going to put some isopropyl into a little cup. I'm going to use my Q-tips, and I'm just going to clean up this area here. I'm going to do that off camera because it will take me a bit. And most of you probably already know how to clean up. It's probably like me. It's probably your least favorite thing to do. All right, so I'll be back in a flash, and everything will be a little bit cleaner. Okay, I have it all coated, cleaned up. Now, I have to be able to invert it without getting it all over. How am I going to do that? Okay, let's take the Q-tip. And I see I don't want to touch it with my fingers because that's going to, pretty sure I probably should not have colored that because that is totally going to transfer onto there, but oh well. It is what it is at this point. Okay. All right, I am going to touch this. I can fix it up once I get it back in. Okay. I just need to snap this down. Why do I choose these things to do? I don't know. Okay, let's add a little bit more just to here. All right, let's get some resin mixed up and get this guy filled up. All right, I made up 8 ounces of resin and I put it through the bubble remover, and I'm using my black resin dye. I got this from Amazon. I will link it. It's very highly pigmented, so you just need a little bit. Goes a long way. Now, I didn't need near 8 ounces for this cup. I probably needed 5, so I have quite a bit left over. So let's find something we can stick this into. And I have my little piggy here. And I'm going to use my holographic glitters from Let's Resin. These are so pretty when they're done. So let me, I think I'm going to go with the pink. And let's just get this all coated on the inside. I'm just using a big brush to do this. And you can see it's sprinkled even into the bottom of my pot. That's okay. It's not going to impact it. So I got that all coated and I'm just pouring my resin in, and I did not have enough resin. So I'm scraping my cup here and it's just not enough. I'm getting every little drop out of there, and I'm not going to have enough to fill it. So, and I really don't want to make any more resin. So I found, I grabbed my cup of resin pieces, just stuff that I've, when I've overfilled a mold or, piece that didn't turn out. I save these pieces and I'm filling it with that. And that's going to fill up my mold for me. And it worked out okay, everything's dry. Time to see how these turned out. Let's take a look at our extras. These are just some shells that I have. I like having these on hand, but these ones are big ones. And I just put the chrome. No, I used the holographic glitters. I couldn't remember if I did chrome powder. Well, that's pretty cool. That's a neat looking shell. And then we have this one. Those holographic glitters are gorgeous. Sorry, I have white paint on my hand because I just finished another video and I didn't realize how much paint I had on me. But yeah, so I'll set those aside. They would look nice just, on a shelf or something on their own. Okay, so now we have the piggy that we threw all that resin bits into because I didn't have enough black and I needed to fill this up. So let's see. And we threw those resin pieces in order to be a filler, because this is a pretty big, this takes quite a bit of resin for this little piggy. So let's see how that turned out, because I didn't take much care throwing them in there. So I'm hoping none are, poking out the side or something. And we used the pink holographic glitter in this guy. I might need a little bit of water to loosen this one. Okay. You can see where, it's unsealed. So it's just a matter of popping this guy out. Okay. Hello, Piggy. Let's just get the, oh my gosh. Is that pretty? Get them all wiped up for you. Look at a couple little black spots, but that's just because I didn't do coverage well enough on the mold. You cannot tell that I shoved that pig full of extra resin. Little resin bits that I had from leftover. Oh, now that's cute. Really cute. And shiny. All right. I don't think I'm going to do anything. No, I'm not going to do anything with her. I'm just going to leave her just like that because she's gorgeous as is. All right. Let's get this one out. This one should be easier. It's a much more flexible mold. And, oh, it's still a little bendy though. Okay. So this was just with the Chameleon powders. Get this turned back right. And we just did the blues with the black. Look at that. I like that. The water and the sky, you know, are very similar in color, but I do like how that turned out. The black. Now, there's a multitude of ways you could do this, you know. You could color everything in, you could do it all one color, but I like how this turned out. Let's see. And then you could just stick, this one's a little small for it. You could stick a plant in there. Let's see if I have a bigger one. Grab this out of my bathroom. Okay. So let me bring you out. There we go. So yeah, just put a plant in it and cute. All right. Well, that's it for today. I think the main thing I learned is, how well you can use those leftover resin bits to fill a mold like this where, it doesn't need to be that much resin, and you can save on your resin, use up those little resin bits. So be sure to save those. All right, guys, we will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.